This video is an introduction to the red flags. The Enneagram red flags are a warning sign that we are falling deeper into the hypnotic unconscious effect of self-triangulation and becoming fully identified with the drama of the elements of the triangle of ego identity, the habits, passion, and inner critic. When we are trapped in the triangulation spiral, we display toxic symptoms that lead to our own destruction. Before we enter into our own self-destruction, we would most likely cause a lot of toxic drama, emotional turmoil, heartbreak, addiction, or even violence to ourselves, others, or the environment which surrounds us on a weekly to daily basis. Some people who already have been diagnosed with health issues such as anxiety and depression disorders, or alcohol, drug, food, sex, shopping addiction, borderline personality disorder, dependent personality disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder, etc., have most likely been living in the self-triangulation spiral for a very long time. The red flags are a useful study to discover the patterns that lead to personality disorders. The red flags signal pending imminent crisis. If we heed these warnings, we may be able to pull ourselves out of the spiraling downward momentum. The red flags are telling us we are currently in the midst of stressful overwhelm due to an array of multiple factors such as a major life crisis, loss of a job or spouse, major medical diagnosis for yourself or a loved one, environmental catastrophe, war, peer pressure or bullying, etc. Stressful overwhelm can come from anything that makes us feel uncertain or fearful. Red flags suggest we are reacting to the world in ego-driven, fear-based ways, and we keep replaying these ways over and over again. The Enneagram's red flags display distinct negative symptoms akin to your personality. You will observe that the symptoms get worse as we keep spiraling downwards with our unconscious fixation on the elements of the triangle of ego identity. All Ennea styles in stressful overwhelm will be displaying differing symptoms of the following, such as feeling mad, ashamed, anxious, lonely, hurt, victimized, powerless, controlling, distant, arrogant, or self-righteous. Once people are displaying these symptoms, it becomes very difficult to get out of it on their own because of two reasons. 1. Quitting our personality's reliance on the triangle of ego identity is like letting our armor drop around our ankles. The armor we believe we need to survive. It's tough to convince our will to live or our will to remain socially acceptable that that's a good idea to give up our ego identity. And 2, we can't see our self-triangulation very well, so even if we are the bravest of the brave, it's hard to know when to quit. The purpose of red flags is to bring your attention to observe where you are headed. Red flags are an alarm bell. In this red flag section, we go into great detail about the toxic attitudes and symptoms displayed when caught in the self-triangulation spiral.